Hello, hello. We will start soon.
Hello. I see somebody from New Zealand. Hello.
Ooh, nice.
This is hello from the tropics.
Turn the mic on too.
That's right. Are we waiting on good more?
I think a couple more.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in. We'll start very soon. Let's just let a bit more people join our live stream, and then we can't wait to start talking with you guys.
Oh, am I seeing a hand from children? What? Let me see. Okay, I'm seeing questions. Okay, somebody knows me. Hi from Vietnam. Hello. Oh, hi from Thailand. Also hi from Thailand. Hello.
Join.
That's actually quite cool. You weren't expecting that.
We got Mega. Mega's in the chat.
Oh, hello. What time is it in Thailand? It's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. 4:30.
4:30.
I'm from Bulgaria. Hello. Oh, from Turkey. Hello. We have people that are here that are.
Nice.
Same time in India? I don't really.
Looks like people coming
You're asking over the
in.
phone.
Where are you guys from? We'll talk about that.
Well, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm from Kazakhstan. Hello. Some of our second years are from.
Oh, yeah. Getting
You want to have from Thailand?
Okay, so I think we can start. So, hello everyone. Thank you very much for joining our UWC Thailand live stream. We will talk about our school and we'll share a lot of information with you all. First of all, we'd like to introduce ourselves. So I'll start. My name is Dimitar, and I'm currently a grade 11 student in UWC Thailand, and I'm coming from Macedonia. The subjects that I take, if anyone is curious, they're like math, physics, global politics, English, self-taught Macedonian language, and business. Now I'll hand it over to Lydia.
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia. I'm also in grade 11. I come from China, and that's where I've been living for 14 years before coming over. Subjects, in case people are curious, I take quite similar classes to Dimitar. My HLs are Math AA, Physics, and ESS, and for SL I do English A, Lingua Lit, Self-Taught Mandarin, and Global Politics. Yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is Maya. I'm from Canada and I am also in grade 11. I've only been here since August, so it's my first year in Thailand and also at UWC. The subjects that I take is HL Film, ESS and English, and SL, Maths, AI, French Beat, and Theater. Okay, hand it over to the next person.
Hello, my name is Abbas and I'm from Bangladesh. I'm a current grade 11 student, but I've been here since grade 9. My HLs are Econ, Business, Math, AI, and my SLs are English, French, App, and ESS.
So we know that you have a lot of questions, but before we start answering your questions, we would like to give you a short introduction to our school. So basically, UWC Thailand is an international school located on the tropical island of Phuket in Thailand. The school was founded in the year 2008 and has been a part of the UWC movement since 2016. Our school, UWC Thailand, offers a holistic education that combines the rigorous IB curriculum together with sports activities, mindfulness, outdoor education, and service learning. Our school has more than 80 national identities, and we have a very, very diverse community. And the last thing before we start answering your questions, our motto is good heart, balanced mind, and a healthy body.
So what makes the UWC experience unique compared to other educational systems around the world? Well, for one, the diversity. Like Dimitar said, there's over 80 nationalities here. Like in my old school, I'd say there was like 5, you know? So it's crazy, like everywhere you walk, like on the campus, you'll see someone from a different place. There's some places I didn't even know existed until I came here. So it's really cool. And then there's so many like community engagement opportunities through service trips. For example, like recently I went on a student-initiated trip to Koh Phangan, like which is an island in Thailand. Like it's a really unique experience where you can do service on different islands and different parts and learn more about a lot of social issues. And it's really cool.
So we've been reading questions from what you guys submitted on like the Instagram post that we have, and I think a really frequent question that will come, which is also very relevant for our school, it's that how has being part of the UWC movement changed our perspective regarding what is global citizenship as well as what is cultural understanding. The first thing for me about global citizenship is that being in a school surrounded by people that come from such diverse cultures that really makes you realize how that people see things very differently, and what they experience in terms of what they think is relevant in terms of all the global issues and all the values will be very different. And it is always interesting to learn from different people about what they think is relevant and what are happening in their world, and that you get to jump out from, because maybe coming back home we're all in environments where we're surrounded by people that experience very similar things. But here you really get to see what people from different parts of the world see, and that is something that I really find really cool. And about cultural understanding, I think this is both, for me, a more prominent part is about understanding to me what are the cultural influences, what like the environment I grew up had on me, realizing that what part of myself is actually from my culture, and the different layers of culture in terms of like from your national identity to maybe the community to your family, how all these different factors played a part in shaping who I am. But also realizing how like what exactly is culture. We tend to see things that are more like obvious, for example, like what kind of different food culture people have, what kind of traditional clothing, but it also involves things that shapes like your values and how you view the world and view different things. These are all culture, and it really helped me understand, you know, like what culture really means. So yeah, that's this question.
The next question we have is, how do UWC values translate into real life actions, both inside and outside of the classroom? So, being in UWC, like every day you go to school, you go maybe to a global politics class like I have, and you face students from all over the world. And these values of the diversity and intercultural understanding that we are talking about as the UWC movement, you get to exercise them every day. Basically, we are in classes where we do projects together with people from all other parts of the world, and oftentimes you have to work together and collaborate with people that do not necessarily share the same beliefs as you. And by like studying in such a place, you grow so much as a person, and you really start being an ambassador of these values that UWC holds. Outside of the classroom, we have a lot of community engagement where we basically get the chance to also do what we are talking about in the school. Like, we have so many opportunities where we go in like places in Phuket or like other parts of Thailand, and we help children from rural areas learn English, or we take care of the environment, contributing to the sustainability of the island. And basically, with UWC Thailand, you not only have the chance to study with individuals that share the UWC values, but you also get to contribute to the UWC values by basically making the world a better place step by step.
In what ways does the school live up to UWC expectations or go beyond the mission? Well, to start off, I think they go beyond the mission by having so many opportunities for CCAs, like clubs, activities to do outside of school. It's more than academics. Like, if I want to go do a beach clean, or if I want to go kayaking, sailing, things you wouldn't be able to do, like things a lot of people wouldn't be able to do. You have the opportunity to do that. And I think it's really cool how we have so many of them. Like, sometimes it's hard to choose. Like, someone also asked a question in the comments, I'll follow up on that because I'm on my phone, so I'm looking. It was like, what was your first week like at UWC Thailand? And to follow up, it was kind of scary, but so good because there's so many things to do and I couldn't choose what I wanted to do. And it was really cool. Like, I remember my first day, I was so scared. And then from day 2, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this, I can do that. And then you just meet even more and more people. Yeah.
For sure. One also very commonly asked question is, how is it like living in Phuket? Well, if I were to describe it with one word, I would say amazing. Because Phuket is really an amazing place. Like, it has so much natural beauty. You have a weekend, for example, and maybe you are stressed from school, whatever. You can go to the beach and enjoy the amazing ocean and all of those stuff. Like, Phuket has so much beauty, and it's not just the beach. There are also some nice waterfalls, like the jungle. All of those things are so nice. And then the weather is always warm. We have a lot of sun. I don't know. For me, it's so nice to be living in Phuket. I love it. And then also Phuket is an island in Thailand, so it has a lot of Thai culture as well. It's if you're into that, you can also visit a lot of temples, which are also really nice to see, especially coming from a foreigner. I had never had the chance to see Thai temples, and they're honestly amazing. And then Phuket, as an island, is a very lively place. A lot of tourists, a lot of people, and the Phuket city on the island is also a very fun place to be and spend time. It has amazing food, and it's just overall an amazing location. And yeah, that's one of my favorite things about our school.
Yeah, just jumping in a bit on here. Our campus is actually located surrounding by a national park, so it's like a 10-minute walk. If you're someone who enjoys hiking, enjoys being out in nature, this is something that is definitely very accessible on our campus. So building on what Dimitar said, a bit about how Thai culture plays a part in our life and experience here at UWC Thailand. So if you come from the Thai NC and you would like to continue pursuing Thai language as a course, we do have the selection. You can do Thai A, language and culture. That is possible. But for those of us all 4 of us up here, we're not Thai native speakers, so we take Thai language and culture class every single week. In this period, every week we get to learn conversational skills in terms of saying basic phrases and learning about culture. We have just did a lesson on Thai arts where we get to do some art and craft. I think people really enjoyed that too. We celebrate traditional Thai festivals often. We do Loy Krathong is a very big festival. I think students really enjoy the celebrations. We get to try out traditional Thai costumes, and we get to build the kratons, which are floating boats. We made them from banana peels and banana planks, and we get to float them in a very I think, very peaceful ceremony that people really enjoy to be enjoy that part of the culture. And other things, we're about to have Songkran break. This is a time where students, well, because it's a break, students get to join the local community in celebrating this amazing festival of the year. Yeah, I think that's it. So, also building a bit upon that, I think people will be curious about what are things unique about UWC Thailand. I will drop a few things I personally find really memorable, and I will ask my peers what they think. For me, a really valuable experience I get to do is we have a co-curricular called Manta Coral. It is in this program I got to learn scuba diving here in Thailand from my time here, as I learned it from scratch after coming over. And on a monthly basis, we go on dives where we get to monitor the status of local coral reefs. It is a great opportunity that let us explore the amazing ecology and environment, nature environment of Phuket. And yeah, also get to learn a really cool skill just like that. Yeah. Anything to add on, guys? For you guys?
Yeah, I also want to add on that. We also have Tanyapura, which it's a health and fitness resort that is connected to our school. That's also really good and has a lot of facilities. And moving on, the ocean, the beaches, it's Phuket, has a lot of beaches. And the nearest beach would probably be around 15 to 20 minutes away. I'd say Layan Beach and Nayang Beach are the closest ones, and they're absolutely beautiful, and there's many, many things you can do there.
Okay, so the next question is about how you can apply to UWC Thailand. So there are a couple different processes. For example, the majority of students here come from the national committees from their own countries for those who are in the diploma program like us. But also you are able to apply directly to UWCT, and that application process, you can find more information about that on our website, but it is rolling applications, meaning that you can apply year-round, and if you were to go through your national committee, the deadlines for those applications are slightly different depending on each country. And there's, just different time slots, so you have to make sure you meet the deadline for that. Another option is to go through the global selection committee if you come from a place that doesn't have a national committee, since some countries don't, so that's also another way to apply. So yes, either NC or go through the global selection committee or apply directly if you want to join.
Just to add on a little bit, both me and Abbas, so I came in grade 10, Abbas I think grade 9, right? Yeah. So we do have, this is kind of special to UWC Thailand, we are a K-12 school, so I think people ask what's the minimum age to enroll in UWC Thailand. The smallest we have are mini mantas, where they start from basically 2 years old, all the way up to grade 12. So if you're applying to, primary from mini manta to grade 5 or to grade 10, you can directly apply to UWC Thailand.
Okay, next question that we have is how many students come from across the world for the IB curriculum in UWC Thailand? So basically for grade 11 and grade 12, which are the 2 years where we study the IB, our cohort sizes are between 80 to 90 students. And there are a lot of international students. We have also a Thai community within our school. And not just a Thai, but also a local community, because Phuket also has a lot of is inhabited by a lot of expats as well. So our local community has both Thai and international students, as well as we have the international students that come from all across the world. And yeah, overall it's a really diverse place, and it's so nice. Yeah.
A question we got from Instagram is, what's something to be excited about in the boarding house? I'd say one thing for sure is the community. I think we're a really tight-knit community, and everyone is so unique, and it just makes the whole boarding experience so cool, because you meet so many different people. who also are here for the same experience.
I just want to add something more about that. So we also have a lot of events in the boarding house, and Abbas here is the co-head of the residence committee. So he is involved in a lot of organizations regarding events. Like we sometimes have cooking sessions. We have playing sports together or whatever. I mean, if you want to add something,
Yeah.
but
We have many activities like hide and seek, dodgeball, things like that. It's really fun.
Okay, somebody asked how many boarding houses we have. So we have 2 boarding houses as of now. One for the male boarding students and one for the female boarding students. And within these boarding houses, except for the rooms, we also have common areas where we can all hang out, no matter the gender. So it's really a nice place. And currently we are in one of the boarding houses. It's really nice, and it's new from this year.
Okay, so we're now going to transition to talk about the academics part of the IB diploma program, which is what, if you're grade 11, grade 12, you will be in if you are part of the UWC, any UWC campuses. So the first question I'll take is, what is my favorite subject, and what are unique academic opportunities that we get to have here? Dimitar mentioned it briefly. I also take global politics, and I think it is a really amazing opportunity to get to study global politics in a classroom where basically, if you're talking about a conflict, you might have students that are directly from either of the party that might be directly involved. It is really a great opportunity to get to understand because otherwise, if you're talking about global politics, if you're just sitting in a classroom, it may seem a bit distant, right? If you're talking about countries that might be miles and miles away. But in here, you can really feel that relevance by having students who are directly, they have thorough background knowledge and knowledge about those specific concepts that you otherwise might just be reading off of textbooks. And I also take ESS, which is Environmental Systems and Societies. I think one of the very interesting moments was when our classes get to go on the field trip to one of the tropical forests here in Thailand, and we get to learn about the concepts that we learn off of textbooks, which are really vivid examples that is not just relevant here, but also relevant to what you're learning. Yes, that is my answer.
Okay, so building off of what Lydia mentioned before about being at a UWC and how that kind of enhances your overall IB experience. So the IB, it does literally have the word international in its title, but being at a UWC just kind of takes that to a whole nother level because of the diverse community. Everyone here is pretty much from a different part of the world in the DP program, and you gain such a deeper understanding into different perspectives and global issues that maybe you didn't even know about because they are not brought up and you never had the chance to interact with someone from that place. And it just brings a sense of unity to us, even though that might be a little bit cliche to say, but it is honestly true. And we're able to come together and have difficult conversations in this environment that need to be talked about and need to be addressed without feeling that we're being put down or that we're being fought against, because everyone here is so respectful and cares so much about each other that it just increases our sense of collaborativeness together. So going off of that, then of course the IB is a very rigorous program. It's one of the hardest things that you can take at our age in high school. So it is challenging to balance everything that requires to graduate from the IB, plus you want to still enjoy your overall experience here without constantly putting pressure on yourself to have high standards and grades and stuff. So time, it will always be an issue for you. It honestly will. But that being said, the school, it does give us wonderful resources and support for us to feel like that we are okay and we're happy and we're thriving. Stress will always be a part of it, but we have a big emphasis on student well-being and mental health here, that we're still able to have free time outside of all of our extracurriculars and all of our studying to just enjoy time in Phuket and with our friends, and still have some free time as well. So there is a balance for sure. And then also, a lot of people have been wondering about what support there has been for post-secondary and career options here. So we do actually have a full-time pathways advisor and who works at the school, and she doesn't just talk about us for university options, since that's not the path everyone wants to go down to. So maybe you're interested in just doing internships or taking a gap year after this. So she helps cover everything with that. And you're able to have one-on-one meetings with her if you have any questions about that. And then also during homeroom sessions, which we have twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. And then also we have that session as well with that group every morning. So sometimes we will have sessions with the Pathways Advisor as well to just get more information about university options and career options as well. And actually next week we have our first annual university fair here at UWC Thailand, so everyone is looking forward to that. I think we have over 30 colleges coming to visit, and you're able to have interviews one-on-one with the representatives. And a lot of them are Davis partners as well, which is a scholarship unique to UWC graduates, specifically for the United States. So we're looking forward to that and getting set up for connections after this as well.
So another important aspect probably of your UWC experience here is like what you do outside of classrooms. Here we call them like co-curricular programs. I think the setup of the co-curricular programs at here at UWC Thailand really allows students to show their agency. From the schools I've came like before coming to UWC Thailand, it is very limited, I think, for the school system to entrust students and to give them the opportunity and chances to put into whatever they want to see happen, whether it's in the school or in their local community. But here at UWC Thailand, you really get a lot of opportunities, and those come from leading and starting co-curriculars that you personally want to see. We have student hosting workshops about what they will what they want, the broader student community to understand. For me, coming part of UWC is partly because of my passion for sustainability. And for those of you here who might also be interested, I think we do see a lot of student projects here at UWC Thailand about sustainability. We have just hosted an event to celebrate Earth Hour, and which brings together people and to spread awareness in our community. All these events that students host and all these projects that take. So yes, that is something you should definitely look forward, and please take those opportunities and make those changes you would like to see in our campus.
Yeah. Moving on to sports, we have many sports here at UWC Thailand. We have football, like sports teams, football, basketball, volleyball, swimming, and running. I don't know if I missed any, you guys can let me know. Those are the ones that come to mind. Like me personally, I've been a part this year of basketball and volleyball, and they were really fun. Like we have training around 3 times a week, and we also have tournaments that can be international and local. Like for example, me and Dimitar both went to an ASAC tournament, which is this federation with about 9 international schools across this region. So some from Thailand, some from Cambodia, some from Vietnam and Indonesia. And we meet up once a year for basketball, volleyball, or football to play. So we met up for volleyball in Vietnam, and basketball was in Cambodia. And we also hosted football this year with 9 international schools coming, and it was really fun. And regarding the other sports like running, we have a lot of races that happen across in Phuket that are local. And for swimming, one of our swimming program is very, very high intensity. Like they train quite a lot, and yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much. But yeah, it's really good.
Okay, so another big focus of our school, besides our physical health, is also outdoor education. So in our middle years program, students have the opportunity to go on outdoor exploration trips during the start of the year typically. And for example, our grade 10s recently just came back from a 10-day kayaking trip around Phuket, which was amazing. And for us in DP, since we are pretty busy with our academics, we don't have the opportunity to go as long as a trip on them, since we also have the opportunity to go on student-initiated trips during our breaks. So we're still able to get out during breaks to experience Thai culture and also be outside as well. But during orientation, we have a two-night overnight experience down at the Play Yard, which is the outdoor education facility close to campus. So there's also programs that happen after school, such as kayaking and sailing there. So students have the opportunity to learn outdoor education skills out on the water, and we have some wonderful instructors here as well. So those are classes that you can take after school if you're interested in that. As well as we also have climbing, which is also an off-campus extracurricular, and you even have the opportunity to become a certified instructor too through the help of the instructors here for any one of those three things. But furthermore, we also have other community engagement programs that have a big emphasis on being outside and advocating for the environment, such as Manta Coral, which is a diving extracurricular, and it's pretty cool. Are you in Manta Coral? Yeah? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I talked about Manta Coral a bit briefly. It is a great opportunity, and that, as I said, it helps you learn. First, I was barely good at swimming, but then I got to learn scuba diving. It's like more of a bit of a jump, and also getting to explore, the coral reef and diving underwater really helped me see Phuket in a very different perspective than just being on the land and seeing the forest kind of biomarine. Just jumping in, somebody asked about how you can join UWC. There are specific information on the UWC International official website, but the two main pathways are usually National Committee and Global Selection Program. And for us, you can also directly apply to UWC Thailand depending on where you are. So if you would need information on that, you can refer to UWC Thailand's official website or the official website of UWC International.
Okay, so I saw a comment, somebody asking, are Thai classes mandatory? So yeah, in our school we have once a week a Thai studies class. And this is outside of the IB curriculum, so it's of course less rigorous, but it's a much more day-to-day useful type of class rather than just learning the Thai language. So we learn everyday phrases from standard hello, how are you, how to order a meal or something like that. But also have at the beginning of the year, incorporated with the Thai studies class, we had we ate some Thai food, just getting introduced to the Thai culture rather than just the language as a course. It's much more versatile, much more of a versatile class. We will learn about the holidays that we have manifestations for in the school and all of those, important aspects of the Thai culture.
So we have around 130 to 140 students currently, and the boarders, and the majority of them are grade 11 and 12. We have a few day students as well in grade 11 and 12 that have been here. Some of them have been here for a really long time, and some of them not been here as long. But yeah, majority of grade 11 and 12 is boarding.
This question some people ask, how many people are there in one room? It is usually 2 to 3 depending on the different room assortment. We usually have a combination of grade 11 and grade 12. So you also get to know, for first years who will be coming in, you also get to know your second years through being roommates. Yeah.
Okay, so this was also a question that was asked a lot is what the meals are like here and also the schedule for that. So we have 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as 2 snacks a day, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. And that's the same for weekdays and weekends. That doesn't change. But especially on Wednesdays, we have community dinner with our family groups importing. So it's a time for us to be on campus together and eat collectively. And then also we typically have activities or announcements after we have dinner together as well. And lunch on Friday is also a different cuisine, like somewhere from a different country every week. And also it's typically the best meal of the week as well. I think everyone can agree with that, that Friday lunch is always the best. So you get to try different types of food from all over the world, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and the food here is pretty good. There's a lot of different options. We have a salad bar, and then also like a hot food station, and then also a noodle station too. And in the mornings we have coffee and tea and juice, and there's always fresh fruit for us as well.
Okay, so we also had the question, are there any school organized travel? Is there any school organized travel? And yeah, for sure. So basically, when you are in grade 11, at the end of your first year in the IVDB program, we have Project Week, which is basically a trip where a group of around 10 students go to one of, I think, 8 locations in Thailand where we have partnerships with NGOs or other similar organizations, and we do volunteering work. So, for example, for us, as we are all grade 11, this will be in this June, and I, for example, am going to Ban Unrak, which is a place in the north of Thailand, and there will like help with like teaching the kids English, and also doing like helping like some errands in the local community. Then also similar to Project Week, we also have student-initiated trips, which are very similar, but with student-initiated trips, the students have like a greater chance to show initiative, and this is basically the students choosing their group and where they're going to volunteer and help. And then apart from all of that, we also have like school organized travel for like sport events, like Abbas mentioned with the tournaments. Yeah, me and him, like we went to Cambodia for basketball, but then there is also not just for sports, there are like trips for art exhibitions and yeah, other events. So a lot of opportunities for travel, and there are also questions about if we are able to travel during breaks, and yeah, for sure. So we have like October break and spring break, which are both like a bit over 2 weeks, and during this time you have like a lot of possibilities to travel on your own, whether that's in Thailand or even if you want outside. Like Thailand is positioned in such a good place that you can also visit some other countries that are nearby if you want. So for sure there are a lot of opportunities to, you know, just immerse yourself not just in Thailand's culture, but also in like all of Southeast Asia.
Okay, so we just got this question from Instagram, which is how many hours a day do we study? And honestly, it differs a little bit from person to person, but for me, I typically study for anywhere between 4 to 7 hours a day, which may seem like a lot, but
I think that's a lot.
that's just how it is, and
yeah.
It's really hard to honestly balance studying with all of your extracurriculars, and our school day ends at 3:30 as well. And typically we have extracurriculars until 6 are like the ones that end at the latest, but usually they end around 4:30. So it differs though depending on the week and your workload and the actual commitment that you need to do. But the IB is tough and it requires a lot of time if you want to do well. And on the weekends as well, I spend a lot of time studying, but some weekends are lighter and I'm able to get off campus more and enjoy time. Like, I'm definitely not locked up in my room staring at my textbook for hours on end, like every single day. There's a lot of freedom and a lot of independence we still have. But I don't know, Lydia. How about you?
I think that's like too much. Honestly, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I study, I guess, much less than Maya. But then, yeah, I would say maybe like, some average would be like 2 hours a day, maybe. Like, the point I'm trying to make is like, if you need time for yourself, if you need like time to enjoy yourself, you will have. And an important thing to note is that everyone builds their own UWC experience here, and it is like up to you to choose what you're going for. Like, if you want the best grades ever, yeah, of course you're gonna spend more time studying than if you just are like more passionate about enjoying your experience and taking the most out of the UWC experience. But yeah, then like it depends a lot on the person. Maybe Abbas and Lydia have like also different, times of how much they study per day. I think Maya studies a lot, and yeah.
Yeah, guys, don't let Maya scare you. You don't have to study 4 to 7. I mean, I think everyone's very different with their schedules. Like for me, I'll have like, I don't think I have a consistent average, like consistent time per day. Like I'm too spontaneous. Like I'll have one day where I'm like on 3 hours and one day where I'm on like 40 minutes. So it's pretty different day to day. Or actually week to week. But I think like if I were to average it, I'd say like around the same as Dimitar, like 1.5 to 2. Lydia, what about you?
I'm kind of also like a boss. I also study like more spontaneous, so it really depends on like what's on my schedule and what deadlines are coming up. So yeah, that is my answer to that.
Yeah, and just to say, like, there are days when I just, go to the beach instead of studying. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, another question we received on the post is, for the students nominated to UWC Thailand, what do we advise them to pack? So first I'll talk a bit about clothes. And as I mentioned previously, Phuket is like a very warm place. So most of your clothing should be light, like t-shirts, some shorts. Yeah, that's basically the most important stuff. And yeah, you should, maybe bring a hoodie or like some tracksuits, like a bit of warmer clothes, but only a few, so that they like serve for like emergencies. Maybe you decide to travel, somewhere colder while you're here and you need them. But basically, all in all, lighter clothes. And then I would suggest you bring like a pair of older clothes that you can like use in situations where you would get a bit dirty, because like sometimes during some community engagement activities where we like go and clean some beaches, you can get a bit dirty, get a bit muddy, or like especially when you go to a student initiated trip or a project week, the service requires some work. And if you don't want to maybe destroy your nice clothes, I would definitely suggest you bring like a pair of older ones. Then national costumes. If you do have a national costume, and if you're able to bring it, I would strongly advise you to do so, because we have like events like UWC Day or like Intercultural Day, where when we are encouraged to dress in these clothes, and we do a lot of other stuff regarding showing off our cultures, but like the national costumes are just like iconic, and you need to have them. I mean, ideally. And I would also advise bring like one more formal attire, because, for example, this week we'll have our prom for the year, so it's nice to have like a nice shirt or some nice pants for that as well. But then also, I would suggest you, like, aside from clothes, bring some of your food from your country, because you will miss it. So you should bring some, and also like it's like nice for showing off to your friends about who has the best food or whatever.
Yeah, well, I want to follow up on that. Yeah, I've had some competitions whose food is better. Yeah, bring food. Like you'll for sure miss home and food, and even like cultural clothes is just a way to be like, yeah, I feel home is with me.
Yeah, and I also feel like there are definitely a lot of places you can go to get clothes as well here, so don't overpack either. Like that would be my biggest tip, is you don't need to have like 5 suitcases with you and bring your entire room with you, because there's places to go shopping, there's places to get stuff, like everything is very accessible if you forget anything, so don't stress about bringing every single detail with you because you don't have to do that. So moving into like what a typical weekend looks like for us, besides excessively studying. So on Saturdays, we have our community engagement program. So again, we mentioned that was with Manta Coral, but also we have Phuket Elephant Nature Reserve, where you can go volunteer at a local elephant sanctuary and help out with their mission. And it's amazing. I volunteer there every Saturday, and it's honestly been probably my favorite experience so far, not just because of the commitment to it, but I feel like we actually are making a difference in helping the reserve with their efforts to preserve wildlife and promote conservation to tourists and locals who come, and it's completely ethical as well. Everything that they're doing is completely hands-off, and it's such a beautiful place as well here in Phuket. Another alternative is to volunteer at Bodhi Dogs, which is a local dog shelter here, so some students go and do that. And look after stray dogs that have been on the island, and you bathe them, you take them for walks, you look after them. And also we have the Gibbon Reserve, so you can also go there. Again, that is promoting conservation, and you're looking after the animals and cleaning and helping out with anything that the reserve might need. So there are a lot of different service options here, and there's something for everyone. If you're not into wildlife or animals, that's okay. Maybe you don't want to get your hands dirty. There are other options, like volunteering at Shaka as well, which is our student-run cafe. That you can help out at. Yeah, boss, you work there. Do you have anything to add about that?
Yeah, I work at Shaka. It's super cool. We get to make drinks. And yeah, I don't know, it's a pretty cool experience. Like Maya was saying, like there's a lot of different stuff to do. And you kind of find things that you enjoy. Like for me, like I didn't know if I'd enjoy Shaka. I tried it out and now I do. Like it's pretty fun.
Yeah. So yeah, besides service, Dimi has also mentioned this quite a bit, but we do spend a lot of time at the beach here just because of how close it is, and there's a lot of different places you can go that are really nice. On Fridays, we also have night markets, which a lot of students like to go to get local food, and it's a great place to hang out, and everything here is pretty safe. We always feel comfortable when we're together, and we just have a good time and really enjoy the local culture here. And then on Sunday nights, we have time in boarding together where we meet with our house family groups. So in our respected boarding houses, we have smaller groups, so it's more connected and you feel closer to the people, and you also are led by a house parent. So again, you just have more sense of community in those smaller groups. And it feels a bit more like home too when you spend time with them, and often they'll bring snacks and we'll have games and just catch up and get ready for the week as well.
Okay, another question that we received was how do UWC students, UWC Thailand students, navigate chilling, just like, living so far away from home and adapting to new cultures? So, this is different for everyone, and for some people it's harder than for others. But I would say living here all together, we are all having kind of this shared experience of being far from home and adapting to a new culture, and that makes things a lot more easier. Sometimes thinking about home, but then Abbas is also a bit nostalgic, so it's easier for both of us. And then if you really feel nostalgic, feel sad, feel like you miss home, you can always talk to the boarding house parents or a counselor from school. So there's a lot of support, and it's our environment is really like a family. So it's like a second family. sometimes when you miss your family, of course we cannot replace your family at home, but then we bond here and we're close to each other and we support each other. And yeah, I think like the vast majority, if not everyone, is doing good. And yeah, we all miss home, but then when we are here and when we support each other, it's all good.
So this next question about what is like a moment where I feel like the UWC community really come together. I'll share first from me. The thing I look forward to every year is definitely Intercultural Day. This is a day where all of our students, all of our staff, all of our community members come together in their national costumes and share their national food and give off performances. Our community really has some really good dancers, and it's always amazing to see how passionate people are about their culture and what they share with us in terms of giving us like performances and getting to have those conversations about like what they think represents their culture. So yes, that is something I personally just really look forward to every year. Maya?
What do you say, Olympic?
Yeah, I'd say like the most unique one would be Confluence, which is at the start of the year, and it's kind of a welcoming period for firsties and second years. And I don't want to give it too much away in case we get firsties, because it's also kind of a surprise of what happens at the event. But for me, it was the first moment I actually felt that I was going to be okay here, and it was during the first week of orientation for us. And yeah, it's just a wonderful dinner with grade 11, grade 12, and teachers and staff here. And you just start making connections more, and you feel just more welcomed into the community. And yeah, I think it's probably one of the best events we have at the year, just because everyone finally feels like they kind of belong, and they're just getting a better sense of the overall people here, and it's pretty special.
Briefly jump in here. I see some people asking about financial questions and about how like financially accessible. Please don't let your personal financial status be a thing that stops you from applying to UWC. If this is financial aid is something you're seeking for, please reach out to your national committee, and they will for sure provide you with financial aid if that is something that concerns you like this. Okay?
So I've been here, this is my third year in boarding. Like I came in grade 9 as a 14-year-old kid, and now I'm turning 17 soon. And I can like proudly say like I'm very happy here. Like I think coming here was one of the best decisions I made, because like meeting so many new different people, like so many different people going through so many different things, trying so many different clubs, activities, and I think learning so much more as well. So I feel like I've been so happy here. Yeah. What about you guys, Dimitar? Are you happy? Are you happy so far?
Yeah, for sure. Like so many, opportunities because of UWC, and like I honestly just feel good living here. And yeah, I can talk about all of the perks of UWC Thailand, but it all comes down to the fact that I love being here and I feel good being here. And yeah, I think, that's really one of the most important things.
Yeah, for me too, I can just add on to that as well, is I can honestly say this is the most genuinely happy I think I've ever been in my life here, just because of the types of people who are here. I've only been here for just over 6 months, and already I feel like I've formed probably some of the deepest connections and bonds I ever have in my entire life. And hopefully that'll be carried forward because of the experience we have together and what UWC means. And to be an alum from this place is absolutely an incredible privilege. And just building off that as well, the biggest advice that I would give to future applicants or those who have already applied to other UWCs is firstly, just be yourself. I feel like maybe that's mentioned a lot, but it's honestly true, is to just be as authentic and as genuine as possible about your values, about what you care about the type of person you are, or what you want to change in the world. Just as much as you can possibly be truly authentic. It stands out if you're not trying to fit into a small box of answers. And that also can be a hard thing to do, so then don't be scared. Also, if you're kind of right now conflicting if you should apply or not, just apply. Just send in your application. It might seem scary, it might seem like a big commitment, but if you really care about the mission and this is something that you think you would want to do, just have an application. That's the first step in this process, and it is fairly lengthy to have an acceptance, like the overall application process. It takes quite a few months, but yeah, just don't be scared. If you think that you're the type of person who's fit for the program, then I would say apply. But lastly, don't have regret or try not to be disappointed if you don't get accepted either. You have the opportunity to apply again as well if you don't get accepted on your first round. And I know there are some age restrictions depending on your national committee and also the overall age for different UWCs. But if you really care about the mission and you want to be the type of person who is at that school, you honestly already are. Just by applying, you are already what UWC is looking for, because you're taking that step and you want to make a difference in the world and continue to be a better person and learn and understand different perspectives. And yeah, just it's okay. It's okay, honestly. So try not to be hard on yourself if you don't get in. And but if you do, we're really excited to have you, and we look forward to making connections after this as well.
Okay, and now as we wrap up, feel free to reach out to our school for any question or visit our website for more information. You can also find us on Instagram by searching our school name, UWC Thailand. And thank you very much for joining us. And I hope I meet some of you next year.
Yeah, we're excited to meet you guys. Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Goodbye, guys.